Hey everybody, thanks for tuning back in to Sean and I and our show, The Loadout, where we talk to friends and people we haven't seen in a while because of all the COVID-19 madness that shut us down.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing awesome. Who do we got?
We got the legend of Juan.
All right.
Did we lose Juan?
Juan.
Oh, there he is.
You working?
Oh, hey. Hey, guys.
Hey, Juan. How are you?
Doing pretty good. I think I saw both of you at some point in the past week or so, but since then, still pretty good.
It's hard to tell who was there, right? Because everybody's got a mask on now and things like that.
You almost see those shirts that have your face on it that say like, "Hey, this guy's underneath the mask."
Right.
Know?
There's another thing we could market.
I like that.
We're looking to market one.
Yeah.
So Juan, you are one of the few guys that has continued to work through this adventure.
Fortunately.
Yeah, you're a very fortunate young man, and you're good at what you do. So what shows have you been doing, and what craziness have you been involved in that you're
I mean, the first show I got involved in right away was the American Idol show, and doing all the remotes for that, and then from that kind of leapfrogging a few things, and then the most credible one after American Idol was that SpaceX launch for Discovery. That was pretty incredible, actually. Very fortunate to be a part of that.
And like, are you running cables from Burbank or North Hollywood to wherever, or has your job changed a little bit?
It's changed a lot. It's a lot of ones and zeros now over the internet. I mean, it's been basically all remote communications over either VoIP or using virtual clients for panels such as Unity or V-Link and all these kinds of applications. It's made it. It's kind of fun because you're able to give somebody such control over remote location, and as far as they're concerned, it's almost seamless. A little latency here, but it's been pretty impressive so far. I'm pretty impressed with the technology.
Wow. And do you think this is the future for everybody, or do you miss running cables in the basement at the shrine, or what?
Yeah, getting underneath the air conditioning ducts and everything. I think for the near future, I think this is going to be a big part of it. I mean, the technology has always kind of existed. News broadcasters and sports have been doing it for a while now. It's just kind of fun to see how the studio broadcast has kind of adopted it. It's a good little learning curve. So I push this button to this, and this one does that. It's like, and when you start putting different things on people's panels and how they interact locally to whatever local production might be in house, it's kind of fun to watch the interaction. Hey, I'm in Florida, but I sound like I'm right next to you. It's cool. It is cool.
It is definitely cool. It's been fun to watch what you guys have been pulling off.
Yeah, and pretty impressive. Yeah. I mean, people singing at home to rocket launch is pretty big difference there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Good.
I was going to say, it is nerve-wracking, though. We were a part of a stream, and when the stream ended, I actually walked over to where they were because they were doing a remote for somewhere else. And I go, wow, that is nerve-wracking, huh? And then all these guys who have been doing this for like the last 6 weeks, they're all laughing. They're like, you have no idea. The whole time is like a gamble. It's just crazy.
Yeah. I mean, you're very reliant on public internet lines, and what the local person might have might not be sufficient, and you have to try to finagle some way to get around that. It's been a lot of it's funny because especially in the PL world, we did this huge leap from analog to digital to then IT specialist, and then now this is just a whole other hurdle on top of that includes VPNs and public internet and stuff like that. So it's been moving forward for a while now, and it's pretty impressive how it all kind of comes together. And I'm like what you said earlier, I'm very fortunate and happy and grateful for having the opportunity to be able to work in these times, honestly. So
that's very cool.
I miss my friends though. I do that. I miss them very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think everybody is. So what have you have you had any time to do anything, cooking, or he cooks a lot. He's a great,
I do.
I have to say, he can cook, and
Thank you.
he's pretty good with dogs. What else?
Yep,
What
I've got
else
3.
about Juan do people not know that you can share?
I don't know. I like to cook, like you said, and I don't know. Before all this went down, I was actually chopping a bunch of wood in my backyard to try to keep it in shape, and it was working pretty good. We had taken down a 50-foot tree with Sean Cricket, late last year, and I just had these huge logs sticking around the backyard. So got this huge axe, and when all this went down, I had hours. I'd spend 2 to 3 hours at a time just chopping wood in the backyard.
The neighbors are out. What's he doing back there? Everybody's nervous, friendly to you now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Especially if I had my AirPods in, I don't hear myself grunting, so it gets. I'm assuming it gets kind of loud.
It's like a tennis match.
What's the one dish? What are we barbecuing? What's the one thing that everybody your dish that everybody enjoys that you make? What's the best thing you make?
Oh, it's got to be the ribs.
Ribs
yeah.
Guy.
Baby back or beef?
Definitely baby backs. And then I actually use them out of an ugly drum cooker, and it actually works pretty fast, like anywhere between 3 hours, and you can have I can get at least 8 racks out of the thing if I wanted to.
Wow.
Very cool. Wow,
Yeah.
Look at Juan.
Juan, I got a question for you. So just being the fact that like he's one of those guys who hasn't really felt the what most people are feeling because there isn't that many shows working. Right. Are you able to relate with the real world and the fears and the masks? I mean, because it's like nothing has stopped for you. If anything, it's gotten more busy. How do you feel about it? Like, what's your moral view?
Man, that's such a hard question to answer, especially with the newly added complexity in the world with all the riots and stuff. It's funny because I obviously at the moment or at the time when I was at home not doing anything, definitely. I mean, the fear was there, and I was prepared to go months without working, and just understanding the fact that this is just the way it is, and you can't live your normal life. And I don't think that's changed much for me, especially working, because since we've been working remote, it's not like we're going studio to studio to studio, seeing the same faces and interacting with a lot of people. It's usually the same people that we're interacting with. So, and it's from here to home, like I haven't gone to a bar, I haven't gone to a restaurant, maybe I'm running or, riding my bike or something, but that's it.
Hey, Juan, because they're not open. They just recently opened. That's why you didn't go to any of those.
Oh, that makes sense.
See, that
wasn't working.
Lost in reality right there. There you go.
Yeah.
They're not open.
Hey, I wonder why there's no one ever at the restaurants. Hey, Juan, they're closed.
He doesn't know. He's got an 8
I walked in the door, there was nobody there. I got creeped out. No, but I mean, I think morality-wise, I think I don't know. It's hard to really put your finger on it, really, because it's everything's circumstantial, in my opinion, and I just think that like you said, a lot of things are fear-driven, and it's unfortunate. It really is.
And what do you? What's the one thing you're looking forward to getting back to now that the bars and restaurants are open, Juan?
Well, I think they're closed again, aren't they? Right?
Yeah, 6 or 4, depending where you live.
Honestly, like I think the thing that I enjoyed the most once it did open was the golf courses. That's always been our little way to just get out and enjoy each other's company out. Get some fresh air, and that was the thing. I mean, because especially when you're locked down, you're in your house, right? I mean, granted, if you have a backyard, you're fortunate. Some people aren't so fortunate, and but you go out in the golf course and you can spend a good 4 or 5 hours just talking with the guys and catching up, and maybe have a beer, maybe feeling normal, interacting.
So another golf guy.
Yes, another.
It's very interesting, Juan. Like we're probably 95% now with people. Everybody's either sushi or golf.
The things they miss.
Yeah,
oh, I'm definitely both.
There you go. Maybe that's why we all work together so well. Everybody's got something in common.
Well, Kit, he's still in the models and beef at home.
Well, there's that. I mean, But Kit, do
He's
we
the
all get along
5%.
with Kit? Really? No. Well, Juan, we appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule working to check in with us, and we're glad you're safe and sound, and we'll see you real soon on a show.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. And I think this thing's great. Honestly, it's a good way for everybody to connect. So thank you for having me. Definitely.
Thanks for coming on.
All right, thanks, Juan.
Yeah.
So there's a different take. A guy who's been working more probably than what a normal schedule would be. You know.
Yeah, no, Juan's probably the one guy. I mean, I only know a couple guys that have really worked through this whole thing, and they're very fortunate, and they've made a lot of cool things happen that has hopefully will spill off into us continue to work on other shows once it's
as things
going.
open up.
Yeah. So, and Juan, he's awesome at his job.
Yep.
And fun to work with. So
Super good guy.
Yep. All right, Johnny, I think we're good today. Huh?
Yeah, that felt good. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. Anybody who wants to be on the show or can recommend somebody who wants to be on the show, email us. We'd love to talk to you guys.
Yep. Thanks, Matt. Thanks. What's your name over there? Oh, Zach.
Thanks, fellas.
Bye.
Bye, guys.